Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Police Headquarters. This afternoon, I want to brief you all on the disorder of last night, and I also want to give some important reassurance messages to our communities across Northern Ireland. Firstly, I want to strongly condemn the second night of disorder seen in some areas across Northern Ireland. This violent behaviour by a thuggish minority will not be tolerated. Last night, we saw significant disorder in Newtonabbey and Portadown. We, the police, used water cannon and fired 20 AEP to quell that disorder. We arrested 16 people. 2 have already been charged. 12 officers were injured, some by petrol bombs, following that significant rioting. I am hugely grateful to the efforts of my officers for their incredible resilience and bravery in the face of that disorder. It was clear from the outset that those who attended were not intent on peaceful protest, rather they were intent on violence. Today we have launched Up Exposure. You'll see behind me the first 2 images of men we wish to speak to in relation to the disorder. There'll be further images released as our detectives work tirelessly to identify those responsible and bring them to justice. My clear message to those who've taken part in violence or are thinking of taking to our streets: the stakes for you are high. We'll bring you to justice, and I know the judiciary in Northern Ireland stands ready to give long sentences to those bringing disorder to our streets. Our communities in Northern Ireland deserve to get back to normal. Yesterday, businesses shut their doors, trains were not running, and we saw schools close early due to fear. That is the impact these thugs are having. We, the PSNI, stand together with our communities. Together, we are all stronger than them. I know that the public look to us to feel safe, and that is a duty that weighs heavily on every police officer here in Northern Ireland. Tonight, we'll be back on the ground in significant numbers. Our numbers bolstered by our colleagues from Great Britain who are joining us on mutual aid. We'll see officers deployed all across Northern Ireland to protect our communities and to prevent disorder. Let me be clear, there can be peaceful protest. It is part of a democratic society. What we saw bears no resemblance to that. We should all listen to the words of the Ogilvy family, who issued an incredibly powerful statement calling for calm. They could not be more clear that violence is not in Stephen's name. I want to turn next to the disgraceful threats and intimidation directed to our nurses, doctors, carers and healthcare staff. Men and women who work every day to save lives and care for our sick relatives. They're the backbone of our public service. They're caring for our families, our friends and our loved ones. We're here to support them in the same way they support us. Tonight we'll be increasing our patrols of key areas. I've been talking to colleagues within health trusts and others to hear their concerns about their staff welfare. Today I'm meeting with Unison to hear their particular concerns and to offer our support. I'm also going to be meeting with members of the business community and minority communities to help reassure and get life back to normal here in Northern Ireland. The streets of Northern Ireland need to return to calm and order. Our children need to feel safe returning to their schools. Businesses need to feel they can open their doors. Everyone with influence needs to do all in their power to get the thugs off our streets. And I want to reassure you that the PSNI is there for all of our communities. Chief Constable and I are very clear that we will be robust in bringing order to our streets. We will do our part to bring order.